Matthew Mercer reveals the secrets of Campaign 3 and the future of Exandria.
Oh, hi there. I didn't see you.
Matt Mercer sat down in Critical Role's comfiest chair to answer all our lingering questions about Campaign 3 and Exandria in his fireside chat yesterday. So just what secrets did he reveal about the gods, the hells, and the future of Exandria? Why not take a second to hit those like and subscribe buttons to help us keep these videos coming? And then, let's talk some Critical Role. First off, let's deal with Predathos, the god-eating entity Bell's Hells just unleashed on the multiverse. Matt said that while he thinks Predathos had to wander far away to find other gods to ease its terrible hunger, it's not impossible that Predathos could return to Exandria should the gods ever regain their divinity, which is something we will touch on in just a second. Also, we discovered there was in fact a way to flat out destroy Predathos that involved using the beacon, which makes sense considering Critical Role named their entire media platform after it. But that Matt laid out just a few breadcrumbs to kind of lead the hells that way, and the cast simply never bid on them, as that would have just kind of led to a return to the status quo. But somehow the beacon contained the answer to ridding the universe of Predathos, which could come in handy should Predathos ever return. Speaking of regaining divinity, Matt also revealed it would be nearly impossible for anyone to ascend to godhood as a mortal right now, as the Matron of Raven has completely erased all traces of and materials used in the Rite of Ascension after Vecna's attempt at attaining godhood. That means the gods are basically locked into a cycle of mortal death and rebirth at this point, and it's extremely unlikely that actual new gods will pop up. Although Matt does think we will see a ton of entities like Artie show up and try and fill that vacuum as sort of demigod-like creatures. We also found out that while Matt had initially thought about making the gods mortal as an option early in the campaign, he had largely forgotten about the idea until the cast suddenly sprang that option on him with 3 episodes to go or so in Campaign 3. As for the gods and their current state, Matt explained that while divine magic still existed, it was diminished, but some of the gods' powers still sort of infused the world. And there were other non-deity based sources of divine magic, like the belief in a concept, or creatures like Artie, who are also sort of powering those magics. We also found out that if the Betrayer gods get discovered first and regain their memories, they could go on a killing spree against the Prime deities, forcing them into a constant cycle of rebirth as mortals, where they keep getting killed before they ever fully regain their memories and what powers they now have, which he seemed very interested in exploring down the road. Now, for those critters who felt like Bell's Hells didn't really seem like the heroes of their own story in Campaign 3, Matt confirmed that there was a very real chance that they might not have been, as he let slip that if Odahan or another tough encounter had party-wiped the Hells, he would have just let the cast finish the campaign out as the Mighty Nine or Vox Machina. So we were just a few clutch dice rolls away from Bell's Hells being replaced in their own campaign, which is very interesting to think about and does kind of feed into that were they really the heroes narrative that some critters have put out there. As for teases about Campaign 4 and the future of Exandria, Matt did confirm that he would be returning to the setting and, possibly in one-shots or miniseries, and even made it seem like he was open to potentially having Campaign 4 take place in this new godless Exandria timeline, although he never confirmed that. And actually, he did reveal new details about the next miniseries after Exandria Unlimited Divergence as well, which would be based in his Soulsborne-esque Age of Umbra setting in Daggerheart, and we'll do a deep dive on that setting in a later video. But this mention of another new miniseries and a few other projects and the timeline that Matt was talking about them happening in does make it seem like the absolute earliest we will see Campaign 4 of Critical Role would be May, and it may be even later than that. And as for Matt's character in EXU Divergence, he is once again returning to playing a dwarf, a fantasy race that he feels is deeply underserved in a lot of modern fantasy and one that he's always enjoyed. And he'll be playing a very old, world-weary dwarven mason. It kinda sounds like maybe the dwarf version of Chetney, but was stone instead of wood, but we expect Matt won't make his character quite so over the top as Travis did, but you never know. And finally, Matt Mercer did reveal that Ludinus is indeed alive and well in the Shattered Teeth, which is another area of Exandria he was really keen on exploring more, and admits that Ludinus did kinda get what he wanted, and maybe had planned for it. But Matt also hinted that the story of Ludinus may not be over yet, and that, combined with his desire to explore and flesh out the Shattered Teeth area, may mean another Ludinus-based miniseries or one-shot could be on the way down the line, as clearly Matt still has some unfinished business with the radically changed New Exandria and its oldest elf. So what was your favorite secret Matt revealed during his fireside chat? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit those like and subscribe buttons.